Thank you. This is great information, and I'm going to ask the same question I asked after the first video. In the case of the LTE interference that you're seeing in the downstream, where's most of that getting into the plant? The drop, the hard line, or a mix?
Yeah, actually, if you look at those charts, as Rob was scrolling there, you'd only see it on a few modems because it's getting in the homes. Like we do see it where you scroll down, everybody has the exact same LTE signature, which is probably coming from the outside plant. But
so it's
more often than
seeing
not,
kind of a common thread here in subscriber drop cabling.
yeah, so you probably saw Rob scroll through 15 modems before. There's the guy who's causing that cluster to be that loaded. Yeah, good question.
So I want to elaborate on what Brady said about without PMA. It's actually worse than what you just mentioned. The modems would lock because they always use the data profile for downstream or IUC 13, which is the lowest modulation. So they would lock. The problem would be 3.1 modems prefer the 3.1 spectrum before they cross bond into the SC QAMs. So if it was bad enough, you'd never get any traffic, but they would lock. And they'd lock and be doing nothing. So it was actually worse than what you just mentioned. I'd rather they don't lock so they actually register on the SC QAM. And they usually would lock, and then you just have no traffic, 100% uncorrectable effect. So it could be worse. So with PMA, we can lock and use the traffic. And if we can't use the traffic, we change the modulation and then use the traffic. So I think it's in that regard, yeah, PMA just operationalized OFDMA. And OFDM, okay, but OFDMA is even more critical, I think.
And of course, that depends if your OFDM is primary and your SC QAM is secondary or vice versa.
Well, on upstream, there is no primary, secondary, right? But yes, exactly. On the downstream, there's a primary. Yeah.
So we did spend quite a bit of time fine-tuning the drop into partial, relative to that stuff, because that is a real challenge. So I think just started keeping up your bread, but if they'll give me grace, I want to show one more video. DOCSIS 3.0 doesn't get much respect because it's old school, but half the devices on your network are probably still DOCSIS 3.0 devices. And we've done some amazing stuff making DOCSIS 3.0 work. We can use the full amount of spectrum. So I'll just show you this as a short video. So we'll show it to you quick.